What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Light. Today we're going to bring you a V premium deck profile. So we're going to run Eradicators. I used to play Eradicators back in their days for fun. I liked it. I loved the ability to retire everything, do anything, get rid of their field. So in V series, their economy has kind of moved away from retiring. Yes, they're still retiring, but it's more binding. So we run Eradicator, Spring Lane Trickle Kid. It's just the most basic one of all the starters. When you draw a card. When you ride, draw a card. You went second, and then once grade 1, you get a quick shield. My apologies. When you ride, you draw a card. And once grade 1, you get a quick shield. Grade 1s, we run 4 Mighty Bolts. So continuous skill. During your turn, if any player card is bound, this gets plus 5,000, so I believe it stacks. I always forget if continuous skills stack. But outside of that, when it's placed on Vanguard, Rearguard, and look at top 5, and look for grade 3. If you did find a grade 3, to discard a card. Kind of basic strand fodder. Then we run 4 Demolition Dragons, the Eradicator. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked or boosted. You can, if the attack hit, draw a card, choose up to 1 card for your opponent's drops and bind it. If you bound a card, this gets, and this unit's on your rear guard, put this unit into your. So, good way to get, like, just make sure your opponent cannot access cards. And then my last grade 1, we have a really short, like 12 card count for grade 1s. Eradicator, this isolation right here. This. I can't talk. I don't know what it's called. When placed, look at top 5 card for your deck, reveal up to 1 Eradicator card name, and put it into your hand. If you do, discard a card. So just another fetching. If you don't have a grade 3, it lets you fetch, or it lets you fetch other pieces. Alright. Grade 2s, I run Phoenix Eradicator Choho. So, Choho, when placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, Iron Blast 1, choose a column, bind with your opponent's front row rear guards, and then move the back row up to that column, that front row. At the end of the battle, Vanguard attacked if your opponent has no rear guards. Iron Blast 1 and stand this unit. So, we run 3 of those. And then that's all my grade 2s. Wait, no, it's not. Started. That was not like. I put my grade 2s in the wrong card. Then we have 4 Spark Rain Eradicators. Eradicator Spark Rain Dragon. When every unit that gets bound, for every bound card, it gets plus 1,000. So, you basically can stack numbers on this one. And then, at the end of battle, this unit attack, counter blast 1. And choose one opponent's rear guards in the front row. Bind all front row rear guards, and move all backward rear guards. So I don't even know why I say bind all front row, because it's like it tells you to bind the column. So all the cards in the columns are to bind the front row. It doesn't make sense to me. But basically you just bind attack and the battle attack. It doesn't need a hit, it just needs to attack. And we run for Suhel. So Suhel, if it's on a Excel 1 or 2, I gets plus 5,000. And then when it's placed, if your Vanguard Eradicators in card name, discard a card from your hand, choose one of your opponent's front row cards, bind it, and you draw a card. Easy, just to replenish your hand. And then last, Spark Rain Dragon. When placed on Vanguard, I guess plus 5,000, and look at top 5 cards and reveal one of your Eradicator for your name, and then find one, start a card. And when this attack hits, Soul Blast 1 and draw a card. It's basically another way to get like more cards in hand. On reason, because I mean, Excel really relies on you getting a good field and getting more cards on the field. So more cards in hand equals more cards on the field, or more cards a card. I don't know. All right, grade 3s we run 4 Dragon Descendants. So basically like the same good old Dragon Descendant. This one, when you Soul Blast 1, active skill, Soul Blast 1, and bind your opponent's front row rear guards and move the back row up. And when it is not hit, discard a card. Kind of last one, discard a card to restand it, and it loses drive. And basically a single drive instead of twin drive. And then its continuous skill. When you would rise card, if your Vanguard is a unit with a Eradicator card name, this card is placed with all their abilities into it. So with Spark Rain, if you're gonna ride this, it gets all the abilities, and so it gets all abilities of Spark Rain. So yeah. People usually just try to guard it, or not. They let it hit, so they don't have to restand. And good. I mean, smart idea. Let it hit, but then if it has like shit ton of power, you're kind of fucked. And then we run 4 Bound Sword. Sorry. And when unit normal has bound other than their deck during your turn, your opponent searches their deck for up to 1 card the same card name as the bound card. Bind it. Shuffle their deck. Choose one of your units, and it gets plus 5,000 to the end of turn. If your opponent did not bind a card, this gets plus 10,000 to 5,000. So every time a unit is bound, you search from like other than from their deck, so like field, search up for the same card, rebind it, bind a same copy of that card, and a unit gets plus 5. If they could not bind any cards, they get plus 10. So like say they only one copy of one card, that will happen. When this is rolled upon, call this to rear guard, choose a card from your opponent's drop for every 2 in your damage zone, and bind it. Basically, if you're at 4, you lose. Yeah, so like if you're at 4, you bind 2. So, grade 0s. Pretty simple. We run a rainbow trigger, so 4 PGs, 4 heals, 4 crits, and 4 fronts. Just to, be pretty plain. Fronts are really good in this deck, especially with all the extra. So, that's my Eradicator deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do have a video coming up where I actually play this deck, so if you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.